just because it makes it much easier to do it as opposed to uploading it later. So bear with me a little bit here. There is a problem right now that people are having. I'm bringing up the stream too, just in case somebody throws a chat in there. There's a problem that people are having right now. So all of a sudden you'll be playing like normal, and your character will suddenly, you'll get a blue screen, or in my case it was even completely different than that. I just suddenly got kicked. My whole team got kicked basically out of it. I couldn't log back into Ubisoft servers. And when I did log back into Ubisoft servers, finally, basically what it did was it gave me the option to choose my ghost experience. And as soon as it gave me an opportunity to choose my ghost experience, I knew I shouldn't have clicked it, but I did. So short version is this. As you can see right now, I have 3 characters. I've always had 3 characters. This character is a newer character. I just started to help a buddy of mine, Noah, get his guy ranked up. This character up here is my top character that I started with from the beginning. Now, while this guy's got 392 hours, it's nothing compared to what this guy has. I'm afraid to even say how much time this guy actually had on here. So obviously, I've lost a character. I can't show you my saves and my other stuff, so I went back and I looked at my saves from last night, and it still shows that they're there, but yet I can't get those saves to load and actually work to get this character's progression back. So no matter what I do, he's a 1. In addition to that, I mean, just basically, bear with me, I'm a little bit fired up here. I just lost all the character's progression, which isn't a big deal because obviously this other guy's only got 30 hours and I've already got him back up to 300. But, you know, I had a lot of time put into this guy, which is now a girl and level 1. So a couple of things. I'm putting this out there just in case this happens to somebody. God forbid this happens to somebody that's watching this video. If it's already happened to you, then I would say to immediately, first of all, don't do anything with that character number 1. Leave him alone. Start a fresh one. Go to one of your other ones. This is what the Ubisoft support guy told me. So what I would recommend is this. For one, if you get a screen while you're playing that suddenly tells you, hey, you know, pick your ghost experience. Do you want to play immersive or do you want to play whatever it is? So it's like the game started. You can tell the game's starting all over again. Just shut the damn thing down. Shut it down. And maybe if you don't choose that extra, you know, if you don't choose your ghost experience, maybe this wipe won't actually happen to you. You may be able to restart the game and all of a sudden it'll come back up and it'll give you this screen and show you all your players. If it doesn't, if you see a screen that says, you know, choose your ghost experience, don't even bother clicking it, dude, because when you do, you're going to see this. Experience level 1, you're going to be sitting in a chopper trying to design your player, which is what happened to me. Now, you know, we don't know if it's good news or not yet, but the deal is this. What I did was I reached out immediately. I went onto Ubisoft.com. I clicked on their support page, and I started a chat. I typed in immediately what was going on, and luckily for me, I was actually streaming at the time. So actually, the video right before this one in PvP, it says something about me losing my characters. At 18 minutes and 40 seconds, you can actually see it all begin to happen. So you'll be able to see the whole thing. And I'll cut that up a little bit maybe so I'll make a cut-up version of that so people can actually see what it looks like when it happens. And luckily I had that, so I used it to show Ubisoft. But again, it just kind of completely kicked me out all of a sudden. My whole team and I couldn't log back into Ubisoft servers. We were having problems getting back onto Ubisoft servers. When we finally were able to get onto Ubisoft servers, I was taken back to my bottom level. Now my team wasn't. They all seemed to be okay. But for me, I'm lost. Now what I did was I immediately contacted, as I started saying, I immediately contacted chat, or rather Ubisoft support. Instead of just sending a support ticket in, what I did was I put in a Ubisoft chat. So I clicked to Ubisoft chat after telling them everything that happened and giving them the link to the video so they could see what had happened. And what the Ubisoft support guy told me, and they escalated it twice, was that he was going to escalate it again, but what I needed to do was, no matter what, don't touch that first slot. Leave that slot alone. If I leave that slot alone, then Ubisoft support may possibly be able to bring it back. And at least they're going to give it a shot to do that. In addition to that, you can also go into if you have this problem as well, and you're like me, this just happened to you, and you're just like me, so this just happened. So what I did was, I looked at my save. I have a save from today at around 12 o'clock, and then I have a save from yesterday, from like whatever 8 o'clock at night or whatever I got off last night. So one of the ways to check that is if you go to you hit your PS4 button. So right now I'm on this screen. If I do this on my PS4, you won't see any of the stuff that I'm doing. But I can just tell you, you hit your PS4 button, you go over to, you put your cursor on top of the game, and you click your options button. It's going to show you a bunch of different things. One of them is going to say upload data, upload save data. When you look at that, you're going to be able to see what's there and whether or not you can, if you have a different save from a different time, which you probably should. And what that means is your characters and your progress is pretty much preserved somewhere, right? So what I would say the smartest thing to do is this. There is an option that if, and you guys are going to lose picture, you're going to go to blue screen while I go to this, just to make sure I'm taking you to the right place. But I'm going to do it just as you should do it. You hit your PS4 button. You're going to click over to where it says settings. Once you click on settings, you're going to go scroll all the way down to where it says Application Saved Data Management. You're going to click on that.